stress-free zone.
It's all about the endorphins, baby. What's up?
It's this place, I tell you.
Amen, baby.
Join now and feel Fitacular for zero enrollment, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, February 16th.
Lyric Opera of Chicago presents Puccini's Tosca, bursting with lush, familiar music and grand-scale spectacle. The story of a brave, loving heroine who will stop at nothing for love. Tosca is on stage March 12th to April 10th. Tickets at lyricopera.org.
Watch Tanya Babich and Terrell Brown on Eyewitness News this morning.
I'm Jim Rose, and all the hot new cars are here. Even my dream car, the brand new 2023 Chevy Z06 Corvette.
I'm Tracy Butler. The first ever electric indoor test track is right here because EV is here to stay.
I'm Ryan Cheverini, ready to ride? 6 indoor test tracks, the most in auto show history.
I'm Val Warner. Not only can you ride, but you can drive the latest and greatest on the streets of Chicago.
And I'm Roz Varon with puppies. Yes, puppies. And show-stopping supercars and futuristic concept cars. All starting now at the 2022 Chicago Auto Show.
The Chicago Auto Show is back and bustling at McCormick Place. Welcome inside, everybody. I'm Jim Rose. We're live in the South Hall for the 114th edition of the Auto Show. There's so much to see here. Concept cars, supercars, new cars, and there's so much to do, too. This is the longest running auto show in the entire country, and we're going to show you why. 6 indoor test tracks, and that's not all. You can take some of these cars outside and drive them on the streets of Chicago. So let's head down to the show floor and check in with my co-host, the great Ryan Cheverini. What's going on, Ryan?
Hey, JR, I am here with the man of the hour, the president of the CATA and the general manager of this year's Chicago Auto Show, Dave Sloan. And Dave, look at the crowd. We are back, and we are indoors.
Yes, it's so great to be back in February. You know, things were touch and go there for a little while, but we're so happy that we got to open, and it's going well, and things are safe, so we're really excited about this week.
Yeah, you've been doing this a long time. Chicagoans are so passionate about their cars.
They sure are, and we see it in our social media. They're so excited to have the show back. They were so excited about our summer show, they wanted us to do it again, but February is the time for the Chicago Auto Show. We've had it here since 1950 in this time of year.
Yeah, Dave, you, 114 years, right?
Yeah.
I know you haven't been here for all of us.
No.
But you have been working long days, always trying to think of new things, new ways to entertain the auto show goers, and you have even more experiences this year.
Yeah, think about that summer show where 40% of the people who came to the show took a test drive or a ride. So we brought the outside in, and we have 6 indoor test tracks plus 3 outdoor test drives. So plenty of things for consumers to experience.
All right, so as we look around, Dave, we look around at all these vehicles. What's the one car that you would choose if you could just choose one?
No. But there's a lot of vehicles that weren't here in the summer that are here just 7 months later. The Subaru Solterra, the GMC Hummer, the very first time it's been in an auto show, the Chevy Silverado EV, the Bronco Raptor. Very cool. Very cool vehicle.
Yeah, so a little bit later in the show, we're going to talk about our very first cars. You're going to see mine. Very old, very beat-up car.
It's always bad.
What's your very first car?
My very first car was a Ford Pinto Squire.
I love it. It reminds me of Wayne's World, but I know that was a Gremlin, I believe.
That was a Pacer.
Yeah, that was a Pacer. Yeah. And how long did you have this vehicle?
It was 1 year. My dad worked for Ford, so it was a lease car, and then we moved on.
Yeah.
To a Mercury LN7, so Google that one.
dating might have been a little tougher back then.
Not in the LN7. That was cool.
That one was cool. That one was cool. Well, Dave, thank you so much. And obviously, the fans are coming down. They have until the 21st to come check out the Chicago Auto Show.
Yeah. We're open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day except the last day when we close at 8.
All right. Well, if you need even more reasons to check out this year's Chicago Auto Show, take a look. Manufacturers bring their A game this year at the auto show.
Lots going on here for Jeep at the Chicago Auto Show this year. You can see behind me the biggest Jeep mountain yet, 28 feet. It can go 45 degrees. Lots of fun. We've got the entire lineup here to drive. Of course, we've got the new 4xe Wrangler. We've got a new Grand Cherokee. You can also see the new Grand Wagoneer and Wagoneer. And for the first time ever, we also have the new Grand Cherokee in limited black. Autocars, there you go. There's that 392 Wrangler, 470 horsepower.
Horsepower isn't all dependent on gasoline, you know.
Electrification, electrification.
You'll hear that a lot this year. Electric vehicles, or EVs for short, are here to stay.
The most exciting thing that Chevrolet is bringing is really about an all-electric future, starting with our Chevrolet Silverado EV, and also in the future, more EVs are coming into Chevrolet, like the Blazer, like the Equinox, and we're really excited to be able to get a sustainable future.
We're so excited about the Ioniq 5. It is incredible. It's a game changer. So we're excited. It's the beginning, but you're going to see a lot more from us.
And a lot more from the Chicago Auto Show, like show-stopping concepts. Kia showcases the EV9 and Toyota's rad retro concept, Tacozilla. Who's ready for a road trip to McCormick Place? All right, I'm at the Ford display now. I think I have found my vehicle. Take a look at this bad boy. The Ford Bronco Everglades making its debut here at the Chicago Auto Show. To find out more about this vehicle, we bring in Grace Carnes from Ford Chicago region. Tell us a little bit about this ride.
Yeah, so the Ford Bronco Everglades is a premium SUV that is designed to bring customers deeper into the wild and really give them the confidence to do so. It has a factory-installed snorkel on the side and a 10,000-pound winch right on the front.
All right, so let's talk about this snorkel. This isn't full scuba diving, but let me show you what this is here. This device here, and what does this allow the vehicle to do?
Yeah, so our snorkel optimizes the vehicle's performance by providing clean air to the cabin and also the engine in all different types of environments, whether that be dust or snow or water.
Yeah, so the Bronco Everglades, it's not ready just yet, but we do have some test tracks here that we're looking at in the distance.
Yep. So we had our Built Wild track here last summer, and it was a huge hit. So we were just super excited that we were able to bring it indoors this year, and customers can get in a Bronco and take it up our 38-degree incline, ride through a sand trap, go on the side incline, and it was just so much fun. I actually did it the other day, so I highly recommend that everyone gets out to the auto show and gets in a Ford Bronco.
All right, Grace, I asked Dave his very first vehicle. He said it was a Pinto. You're going to see mine a little bit later in the show. What was your very first car?
Oh, no. It was a Chrysler Pacifica, so it was not a Ford.
What year was it, though?
2005.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. We got you beat on that. Yeah. But, Grace, thank you so much. All right, we're going to send it over to you, Val.
Besides the 6 test tracks that you can do inside, one of the cool things about this year's auto show is that you can get behind the wheel of some great cars and take them for test drives on the streets of Chicago, like this Kia EV6. And I am standing here with Kia specialist James Bell. This is a really great option for folks this year.
Oh, I think it's the best option because until you put your butt in the seat, you just don't know how much you're going to love it.
Okay, well, I think I need to put my butt in the seat. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay, so James, tell me all about the Kia EV6, but first, it's really quiet.
All electric vehicles are quiet because obviously there's no gasoline engine up there making a bunch of noise. But I think what people don't realize is that quiet means luxurious. When you think about luxury, you think about quiet rides. I tend to think that this Kia EV6 does an even better job.
So tell me a little bit more about the car.
This is an important car. We're excited to have it out. And so far, people seem to love it because it has a great combination of like a little crossover, like an SUV kind of thing, but then it looks kind of fun and sporty too. I think it's a good match for you.
I think so too. Are you trying to get me to buy a Kia?
Well, you know, you can always say you know a guy at Kia, so that'll help you out.
These
electronic vehicles aren't going anywhere. They're here. It's not a fad. It's here to stay.
You know, I'm so glad you said that, and I'm telling anybody who'll listen, this is the transitional time. At some point in the near future, they're going to write about this year as the year things changed. We're just really excited at Kia to be right at the front of that.
So how many miles can you get on a full charge?
About 300.
Oh, 300?
Yeah.
So then what you're paying for your car, you're saving in gas.
Absolutely. You plug in at night before you go to bed, you wake up, it's all charged up.
And you can charge it every night?
Every night.
Just like your phone?
It's the same premise as your phone. The other part about this is maintenance. No more oil changes.
Yeah.
Very few brake jobs because
there's no engine.
There's nothing. There's a space to put your purse underneath. That's about it.
James, that was fun. I hate to bring it back, though, but you know what? The show must go on, and I got to get back inside, so thanks so much.
Thank you.
Right now, we're going to send it back over to Roz.
Thank you, Val. We are coming to you live from Chevy at the 2022 Chicago Auto Show. Developed from the ground up as a fully electric truck on GM's advanced Ultimate EV platform, the Silverado EV offers a boundary-breaking combination of capability, performance, and versatility, along with advanced technologies that can evolve the vehicle over time. Joining me to talk about the Silverado EV is Kelly Webb-Roberts, CATA Treasurer and President, Webb Automotive Group. Hi there, Kelly.
Thank you so much, Raz.
Tell us what we can expect when this vehicle actually launches, because we're looking at what, the 2023?
Correct. So we are super excited for the all-new Chevy Silverado EV to come to market. When it launches, there'll be two models available, starting with a work truck that'll be more fleet-focused, and then an RST First Edition. Both models will come with a suite of comprehensive technology options.
You were telling me how many people have already signed up and ordered in advance?
Over 100,000 orders have been placed already.
That is so amazing. All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the other highlights of this vehicle.
Yeah, so there's so many highlights. So GM is estimating a 400-mile range on the vehicle with a full charge. When it's in open watts mode, it'll go 0 to 60 in under 4.5 seconds with over 660 horsepower. It's pretty amazing. Some other things to talk about too is it'll have the Super Cruise technology with trailering. So drivers will be able to drive the vehicle completely hands-free on 200,000 miles of roadways throughout the United States and Canada.
That's really amazing. I mean, we are talking futuristic here.
Totally.
And for infotainment, who doesn't love that? What does this have to offer?
So this truck is going to come with really nice infotainment. In the center console will be a 17-inch LCD freeform display, in addition to a multicolored driver's heads-up display that will be 14 inches of viewing area.
That is incredible. Can't wait to see what happens when this thing actually launches. Thank you so much, Kelly. We're going to send it over to Tracy now.
I'm here at the Nissan Exhibit for the 2022 Chicago Auto Show, and we are checking out the reimagined Frontier concept trim packages. Well, we need to know more about this, so we have Ken Paul with us from Nissan. Ken, thanks for being with me so much.
Pleasure.
Okay, you need to tell me about these trim packages and why. Why was this all reimagined?
Frontier is brand new and state-of-the-art and incredible again, so we thought, why not show off what it can be? Because Frontier sales are doing great. People love the trucks, but we reimagined some history and some future right here. You know, everybody likes to get away at COVID. How about getting away and staying away with Project Adventure? This is a pack up and go away and maybe don't come back kind of a vehicle.
There's a tent on top of this?
There's a 4-person tent that not only pops all the way up, but extends out with a ladder, so your camping is high, dry with a mattress.
All right, well, let's talk about this one. Maybe you're not a camper, but maybe this one's for you. So tell us about this one. It goes back. There's a little history.
This is a little bit of a nod to what started it all, because the very first truck, called the 720, that we made here in our first plant in Smyrna, Tennessee, was a little compact pickup truck. So what we're doing with this, taking the modern midsize Frontier, but doing the late 70s decals, the painted white rims, kind of a base level truck.
And this is the hard body.
Right, or it would be, because the hard body was an 80s and early 90s truck. It is what put Nissan on the map for trucks. So we designed the new one to look like the hard body. rally. Base trim levels, the big block alloy rims, and a neat tidbit, the Pathfinder was originally built on the hard body.
Wow. But before we go, I want to know more about this, Ken, because this is a great story, this vehicle right here.
It's real. This is a standard new Frontier that is part of the Rebel Rally.
What is that?
That is an all-women race rally. 1,500 miles over 8 days. A lot of people don't even finish it. True off-road, like through the Mojave Desert.
Wow, and they are tough ladies, and this is a tough vehicle. Ken, thank you so much for being with us.
You are so welcome, Tracy. It's a blast. Everybody come down and see these great Frontiers.
They're really fun. And now it's time for us to head on over to JR.
We're here at the GMC booth, and we're here with one of the hottest vehicles at this year's auto show. It's the Hummer EV, an all-electric version of a pickup truck. And I'm joined by Bill Haggerty. And Bill, this truck is amazing. Let's talk about the 0 to 60 speed. I mean, when I think of a truck, I think maybe 8, 9, 10 seconds, and by the time it gets going, what does this thing do?
This will go a little faster than that. This will get you from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds if you're driving it fast enough.
So that's faster than an Aston Martin DB9.
It is. It lays the tracks down. It goes fast.
So when we talk about all electric, I'm thinking batteries. Can you tell us a little bit about how the batteries work with this vehicle?
GMC's done a really nice job with the Ultium batteries. You get a range of 329 miles on a single charge.
In my garage, I have a 110 plug. How do you recharge this truck up, maybe overnight?
Just plug it in, or there's a unit you can purchase that will allow you to charge it a little faster, and so in the morning when you wake up, you're ready to go.
Can you also do 220 if you have that option?
Yes, you are able to do that, and it gets you a quicker charge.
Now, one of the aspects of this vehicle that was very interesting to me was the fact that you can take parallel parking to a new level now. Tell us a little bit about the crab walk.
The crab walk's a pretty neat feature. In town, you can pull up to a tight spot and maybe sneak into a spot you wouldn't be able to parallel park into, but it's more for off-road, and you get into situations over rocks.
So the actual wheels will go from this way to that way?
The wheels will turn sideways at slow speeds, and they'll steer the same way.
Most of these vehicles are now coming with cameras all over the place, and this one is no different, right?
This one has 18 underbody cameras. It gives the driver the ability in live time to see what's under the car, to see what rocks are going over, to see what kind of terrain.
Can you tell us a little bit about the storage of this Hummer EV?
This has got some fun storage. Obviously, you've got the storage in the back of being a pickup truck, but it's got something up front. Since there's no engine, they've got a little extra room. So the designers put in what they're now terming a frunk. With 11.3 feet of cargo space.
Bill, thank you very much for walking us through the Hummer EV today. And now let's go over to Val Warner.
All right, JR, thank you. JR, thank you so much. I am here at a Toyota, and much like the coastal redwoods after which it was named, the all-new 2023 Toyota Sequoia will leave an immediate, indelible impression. So joining me now is product specialist from Toyota, Isabel Du. Isabel, so good to have you.
Thank you so much, Val. Thanks for having me. Welcome to Chicago Auto Show. Right here, we've got our 2023 Sequoia. Now, this is all brand new from the ground up, and we are aiming to really elevate it as luxury in the full-size segment. So you've got everything in this. It's comfortable luxury. It has got impressive technology, and we now have a hybrid powertrain in it.
I love all that. And, you know, this is the third generation of the Toyota Sequoia, right?
That's right. It's a third redesign. It's our third generation redesign.
And it's really going to live up to the title of SUV.
Yes, it is. And it's so worthy of so many things. So what makes it very special here is that hybrid powertrain. You've got a 3.5 V6 twin turbo, and that is something that we just unveiled recently on the Toyota Tundra. So now our Sequoias will have that, and it's going to get you 437 horsepower and 583 pound-foot torque.
Well, what are some of the other highlights, Isabel?
Well, right here, what we're looking at is called a capstone luxury grade feature. So we have, this is the upper echelon of everything. You got your TRD Pro, well, the capstone is even above that. First time we're seeing it in the Sequoia segment. You'll notice it right away because you've got your 22-inch chrome wheels right there.
Wow.
So from a distance,
so 22-inch wheels.
22-inch wheels for our 2022 year, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to see all the nice badging. The iForce Max, that's the name of our hybrid powertrain. So you're going to see that that badging right up there. And you've got your black and white exclusive combination semi-aniline leather. Now that's the semi-aniline leather is what we saw over on the Lexus, and now we've carried over here. And we've got our authentic American walnut finishes all throughout. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the trunk, let's talk trunk space.
because now we actually have an adjustable shelving unit, so it's just great for different lifestyles, whether you're rearranging your luggage or perhaps for grocery shopping, you want to have easier access back there.
I love the idea of shelves in my truck because if you're like me and you carry a lot of stuff in your car, you need that shelving unit. So let me ask you, where does it get made and when can we get it?
So our 2023 Sequoias, they're now made in San Antonio, Texas. This is where our headquarters is. So at the Toyota Motor Manufacturer, San Antonio, Texas, and they're coming out this summer of 2022.
All right, Isabel, thank you so much for telling us all about the 2023 Toyota Sequoia. Right now, we are going to send it over to you, Ryan.
Lots to do at the Chicago Auto Show. As you see behind me, one of the 6 test tracks they have this year. And a little bit later, Val and I are going to get to try out a couple of those. Plus, we are going to check out everyone's favorite, the supercars and the food and drink. And yes, even how you can adopt a puppy. Puppies at the Auto Show. But right now, let's take a closer look at the new chairman of the Chicago Auto Show, Bill Haggerty, and how his business is a family affair.
I'm just shy of 36 years here, and there's been a lot of funny stories. I think a lot of people in my position have thought that they're going to write a little comedy book of all the different things that have happened in a car dealership, and a lot of them are pretty funny. I'm Bill Haggerty with the Haggerty Auto Group. This year, I'm the chairman of the Chicago Auto Show. I think the auto show is a great way for the industry to show off what we have to offer. You can go under one roof, you can see almost every make and model, and it's a fantastic way to spend some time with the family. So my dad got in the industry in the late 50s. The first dealership he bought was 1975. So at that point, he had 6 kids. And I'd say at age 16, when I was able to drive, I started working. I was portering. I was working in the parts department. About 3 years after college, I got back in the industry. I've been in it ever since. My brother and I have a brother also in the business with me. We're partners together with my dad. Luckily, my son is maybe following the same path. Hopefully, he'll be sitting in this chair one day, and maybe he'll pass that on someday.
I truly think the constant in Haggerty is just treating the customer the way you'd want to be treated. There's definitely a pride when I'm here about the way we need to do business. It's important that our name is on the sign.
I like to think that we are part of the community, as most dealerships are. And if I think back over the 50 years, how many people we employed, how many people we've sold cars to, I think we've had some very long-term relationship with customers. I think we do things fairly. We've got a couple employees that have been here over 40 years. I try to honor that loyalty, and it's a two-way street, and I do think we do the same thing with the customers. We have a lot of customers that have been coming here for 40 years, so it's a trust factor that we really take to heart.
Time for a Chicago Auto Show Fast Fact. The Chicago Auto Show is the nation's longest-running auto show and has been held more times than any other in the nation. This year marks the 114th edition of the Chicago Auto Show.
My first real car was a 1972 Opel GT. It was blue. It was only a 4-cylinder, but I even equipped this thing with a lever to control the gas pedal because I thought I was a fighter pilot. And every time I would go down the street, I'd push this lever forward, and that would make the car go.
My first car was a 1981 Chevy Monza. Hated it. But my first manual transmission car, which I love, was an Acura Integra. I got this for myself, and I thought, okay, I am going to teach myself how to drive a stick shift. So I lived in the north side of the city. I bought the car in Orland Park, and they taught me how to drive it in the parking lot, and I drove it home, and I only stalled out once.
My dream car was the Aston Martin DB9 because James Bond drove that car. And then Chevrolet came out with the Corvette with the rear engine. And that's my dream car right now, the 2023 Corvette Stingray with the rear engine.
You know, I never really had a dream car, but lately I have been thinking that maybe my next car will be an electric car because I really like the fact that electric cars are so, you know, conscientious, but I really do want to take that leap and get an electric car.
It is all new this year at the Chicago Auto Show, an exclusive indoor test track right here. And you can check it out too, because you know what? EVs are not going away. But you know what? It's really new for a lot of us. So we needed to bring in our electric vehicle expert. Let me introduce you to Nicholas Soros, and you are joining us. Thank you so much for giving us an education.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So what are folks going to experience in this test track?
I think it's a wonderful place to actually see these vehicles with the supply, what it is at the moment, and the demand up. This is probably the only place that you will be able to see some of these electric vehicles and actually test drive them versus maybe a dealership doesn't have that in stock at the moment.
So Nicholas, what would you say are the pluses to investing in an electric vehicle?
Well, I certainly think it's the way of the future. There's no doubt that this is where the manufacturers are going.
So what would you say is the first thing someone should do if they think they want to buy an electric vehicle?
I would definitely recommend them going into a local dealership and speaking to the experts there. They know the product, they know the benefits, they know, what would be best for that person.
So let's say somebody isn't ready to go full electric. Is there another option for them?
Absolutely. There's plug-in hybrids where you combine the electric as well as a gas engine, and if someone's on the fence as do I want to go fully electric, you can play around with that and see whether the electric's the way for you.
Well, thank you for taking us to EV school.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So whether hybrid or full-on electric, there are some things you need to know to prepare for your vehicle in your own home. So we had to get an expert on this. And here's Bob Hedier from IBEW to give us the scoop. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So somebody wants to buy an electric vehicle.
Yes.
What do they need to do to get ready for that purchase in their home?
That's a great question. So really we need to look at the electrical service. Every EV that someone buys does come with a level 1 charger that can be plugged into a wall, but that needs to be on a dedicated circuit to make sure that it doesn't overload the electrical system. But they may want a faster charging, so that's where a level 2 charger would come in.
What is the importance in perhaps somebody consulting with a certified electrician when you purchase an EV?
A certified electrician and a qualified electrical contractor will have all the skills required to evaluate that electrical service to make sure we don't have any of those unforeseen issues.
Bob, thank you so much for spending some time with us. It's a great education that we need as we go into the future. Hey, I got to check out more on the floor.
These are the 2022 Toyota Tundras. This third-generation full-size truck has a rich tradition of quality, dependability, and reliability. Earlier, I got a chance to take this monster truck for a test drive. Take a look. I'm here with Michael Alexander of Toyota, and you're going to tell us all about this beautiful Tundra truck, starting with that multimedia center.
Absolutely. So, Jim, they hit a home run with this Tundra. Now, of course, everybody wants the latest and greatest, and you get it here with the Tundra, including a gorgeous 14-inch touchscreen. Wow. Right there in the middle. It's on a horizontal display, so it's really user-friendly, and it's just like holding a big cell phone. You have pinch to zoom. You can swipe. You even have voice recognition. You can say, hello, Toyota, or hey, Toyota. It'll wake up the system, and you can ask it questions. Of course, you have Apple CarPlay, Amazon Alexa, Android Auto, and you have a great way to use all the cameras that are integrated into the Tundra with that beautiful touchscreen as well.
One of the great features of this truck is what it deals with as far as terrain is concerned. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So you hit the nail right on the head. So terrain is big when it comes to the Tundra, and it can handle any kind of terrain. Mud, sand, dirt, rock, off-roading. Oh, yeah. So let's say you're going off-roading, right? And you're not sure if you can clear that boulder. You're not sure what's in front of the Tundra because, you know, the Tundra sits higher. You now have up to about 6 or 7 different camera angles you can use on that beautiful 14-inch touchscreen. You can see in front of the Tundra, behind the Tundra. We have a multi-terrain view, which actually shows you the entire landscape of what's around that Tundra, even a bird's eye view above the Tundra as well. And that's just a few of them.
Well, that's fabulous. So now it's time for me to get in that Tundra and take a ride. Man, look at this. This is big.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is more than just a pickup truck because I can feel the way you're driving over these little mountains, so to speak.
Yeah, I can't see anything right here, so I have my camera as kind of a reference.
Oh my goodness, so that way if there's any obstacles, you'll see them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just really, really a nice truck.
Yeah.
Well, this track is really tough, and so is this truck. And there are a lot more test tracks out here, so let's go to Val and Ryan to check them out.
Well, we saw Tracy at the EV track. We saw Jim at the Toyota track. Val, I think it's our turn.
There are 6 indoor tracks here at the Chicago Auto Show. I'm going to check out Camp Jeep and that mountain over there.
All right, I'm going this way to Ram truck territory to see what they can do.
All right, let's go. So I'm here at Camp Jeep, and look who I run into. Jim Morrison, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
Oh, tell folks what they can expect here at Camp Jeep.
Well, a great Jeep experience. As always, we love to be here in Jeep's natural environment and playing with our latest Jeeps. Now, a little bit extra for Camp Jeep here this year and debuting in Chicago, we have a new hill. This hill is incredible. It's 28 feet tall, and it can go up to 45-degree angles. So our Wranglers and our Grand Cherokees and our Compasses, all of our Jeeps keep getting more capable, so we needed a bigger hill to show them off. So here we are.
Right, and this is always a fan favorite for folks at the auto show.
Yes, we love connecting with our customers here at Camp Jeep in Chicago, and really looking forward to it this year.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, too. So, excuse me, Jim. I got to go take a ride.
Let's go.
All right, you ready, Val?
Yes.
All right. First up, we're going to head over to the off-camber.
Okay.
All right, you ready to go up and over?
Okay.
All right, off-camber, here we go. Making that suspension work a little bit through different uneven surfaces here. Next up, we're going to go through maneuverability, just imitating if you were out in the off-road, logs or rocks you're crawling over.
Here's the part that's going to make my heart race.
Are you nervous?
Oh.
So 40 degrees up, we're going to be over 30 feet above the auto show floor. You ready?
Here we go. Let's do it. Holy smokes. Okay, go. Go. Oh, my God, we're going to fall out. My heart's racing. Wow, folks are in for a treat.
They are, right? Not bad. All right, there you are.
Wow.
Thanks for coming out, all right?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Val.
All right, we are in Ram truck territory, and this is sweet.
We're wheeling in luxury, so...
Yeah, luxury and power.
6.4 Hemi on here, 410 horsepower, 429 foot-pounds torque. We're going to get about a 26-degree angle.
Here we go.
There you go, just like that. Pretty cool. Come right down there, nice and easy. Riding on 33-inch tires. Chuck's capable of pulling 20,000 pounds. We're going to go over here and pull a 7,000-pound wall up real quick.
The torque wall.
The torque wall. 429 foot-pounds of torque on there.
All right, let's see what kind of power we got here.
Power wagons, plenty of it, man.
Wow.
410 horsepower.
No problem at all.
Not a big deal to this thing.
It's not like your grandfather's trucks.
No. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank you,
for the
man.
ride. All right, that was sweet. And to learn more about Ram truck territory, we got Jason Russ here from Stellantis. Jason, what can auto show goers expect of these test tracks this year?
So Ryan, thanks for spending some time with us here today. You're now in Ram truck territory. So over the next 10 days or so at the Chicago Auto Show, our consumers will be able to take a free test ride with one of our pro drivers on the 7 different obstacles that we have here, all intended to demonstrate our best-in-class features and benefits.
Very cool. Jason, thanks so much.
Thanks, Ryan.
I'm here with Brian Latouf from Hyundai, and he has some big news to tell us all about, all in the name of safety. Tell us what Hyundai has to announce.
We announced today an exciting investment in our Michigan office, a technical center, where we're building a safety test investigation lab. It's a chance for us to understand the safety of our products in the field and improve them for our future vehicles.
And I know the investment in car seats you wanted to talk about.
Today we announced an investment in the Children's Hospital of Chicago, Lurie. It's a $50,000 investment, and that'll help as they educate proper fitment for child restraints and ensuring that the child restraints are acceptable for crash conditions.
Thank you so much for sharing that announcement with us today.
Thank you, Tracy.
Appreciate your time. Right now, it's time for us to go to JR, who, he's getting all fancy with the Supercars exhibit.
Well, I'm here with Jen Moran, who's the Director of Public Relations and Social Media for the Chicago Automobile Trade Show. And we're here inside the glass. And I mean, there are so many luxury cars in here. I could have a ball for about 4 or 5 years. So first off, let's talk about the social media importance of what happens here at the Chicago Auto Show.
Yeah, so first, we are so excited to welcome our fans back to February. It's been a long time, tradition for people in Chicago. So we're so excited to welcome them back. But it's so important to also connect on social media because you really can't get that authentic content anywhere else. We take people behind the scenes for a backstage pass, especially a look at these wonderful vehicles here, test tracks, interactive fun, and so much more.
So do you encourage them to come take pictures of all the vehicles, maybe do a selfie or whatever, and of course post that?
Yes, exactly. So our hashtag is CAS 2022. For fans who are down at the show, we're just encouraging them to post their pictures of their dream car or of their family and tag in social media CAS 2022, and they have a chance to win prizes throughout the whole show.
Now, of course, people cannot come inside the glass because these cars are so expensive, but I understand there's some sort of a prize for some lucky patron of the auto show.
Right. I mean, who wouldn't want to take pictures of these luxury vehicles? So people who are at the show, they can post their pictures of their dream car with hashtag supercar sweeps, and they can actually get a chance to get behind the glass. We escort them kind of VIP like you and I are here today, JR, and they get a look at these supercars in person, and it's just a great experience.
So how do you assist patrons in real time with trying to navigate the auto show here?
Well, today's opening day, so traffic is, how it is on the Stevenson coming down to the show, however you come. People will tweet us, hey, what's the best place to park? And in real time, we can say, you know what, this lot's full, let's head here. So, it's just a very two-way street. We just love engaging with our fans. So feel free to reach out, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or even on TikTok.
So thank goodness for the internet, GPS, and of course cellular. How do you keep track of the trends, showing how the auto show is going and who's watching it and why?
Yeah, you know what? We have a tracking system where we can actually monitor and pick up people's posts. So whether they're talking about the supercars, Toyota, Ford, Hyundai, whoever it may be, we can actually track that, and then we can see in real time what people are talking about and what gets fans excited, because there's so much to get excited about here at the auto show.
Jen, thank you so much. And by the way, you can see these luxury supercars up close and personal. And of course, you all have partnered with Wintrust to let some lucky showgoers behind the glass, and we'll talk to one of them in a few minutes.
My first car was a 1965 Volkswagen Bug. It was bright, metallic royal blue. It was very, very loud because the previous owner had put a lot of money into the engine. One day I was driving down Florence Avenue, major street in Los Angeles, and people I've noticed are looking at me, and I'm like, the car is pretty cool. Yeah, cool. I turned the corner, and somebody finally flags me down, and they go, your car's on fire. Your car's on fire. And I'm like, huh? Your car's on fire. Needless to say, that was the end of my first car.
My first car was a 1962 Cadillac. Bought it for $500. It was broken down on the side of the road. For one, the gas gauge was broke. So when I made a right turn, I had a full tank of gas. When I made a left turn, it was a little closer to reality.
My dream car, a convertible Rolls Royce. I can totally see me driving into the sunset, top down, hair blowing in the wind. I think that car is the epitome of luxury, and you've made it.
My dream car from the time I was a kid, any type of Lamborghini there is. I mean, as an Italian kid with the Italian sports car with a name just as long as my last name, me in a red Lamborghini, I don't know about that in the Chicago winters, but those Lambos I still think about.
While you're out on the showroom floor looking at all these fantastic vehicles, you're probably working up an appetite. And if that's the case, you need to come on over here to the food court. But there are some very specific rules this year. You can't have any food or drinks on the showroom floor. You don't have to be vaccinated, but that's the reason why. If you come over here to the food court, you do have to show proof of vaccination, but then you can have tasty Connie's Pizza and delicious Goose Island beer. And to talk a little bit more about that is the president of Goose Island Beer, Todd Osman. Hi there.
How are you?
I love the setup. So you got to tell me the story behind the rail car.
Sure. So that is our rail car. We bring it to events. It's a 1960s Blue Line train.
Cool. Very Very cool. What are you serving?
So some of our staples, 312 Urban Wheat Ale, Goose IPA, and a brand new beer, Neon Beer Hug.
Oh, I love it. How does it compare with the other ones?
So it's more tropical. You know, you're used to our wheat beer. I think everybody's familiar with that.
Yeah.
And Goose IPA, it's a traditional English style IPA, but these days a little more fruit, a little more aroma to your beers, and that's what we have in this.
All right, I'm going to have to try one of those. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break. Cheers.
Cheers.
Back to the show.
Time for another Chicago Auto Show Fastback. Last summer, the Chicago Auto Show was held for the very first time in July, helping reopen McCormick Place and the city of Chicago following the COVID-19 lockdown.
I'm here at BMW checking out this beautiful M5 CS. Well, last night, folks put on their finest attire to get a sneak preview of the auto show, and it was all for a good cause. A sea of tuxedos, gowns, and cars fill McCormick Place for the 30th anniversary of the Chicago Auto Show's First Look for Charity. The crowd getting a first look at the latest vehicles, live bands, and gourmet food and drinks from some of Chicago's hottest restaurants.
This year is the 30th year of the Black Tie Gala event. And, you know, we're here having fun, eating some great food, but really the vast majority of the ticket sales go towards supporting the local charities.
The Black Tie Gala raising money for 17 local charities.
It is a great opportunity for us to really give back to the community that we serve. So many of these charities are looking forward to this event.
And while the event is all about being philanthropic, two lucky first lookers walked out of here with a new car, the Buick Enclave Avenir and a GMC Yukon Denali.
Well, it's wonderful to see people getting out, seeing some of the new cars, supporting the wonderful charities that the Auto Association supports. It's a great experience.
To date, the First Look for Charity has raised over $56 million for local organizations.
People don't really understand fully that a lot of these charities, this is their annual, yearly budget. You know, so come out and support. Your ticket goes a long way to supporting their efforts.
So we're back inside the glass with some of these fine pieces of machinery, the supercars here at the auto show. There are Lamborghinis, there are Rolls Royces, there are Aston Martins. I mean, the pick here is just unbelievable. Now, these cars are the fan favorites of the show, and showgoers enter to win admission to come inside the glass. So I'm going to take a stroll over here and just talk to a few folks. And I think I'm here with the Perkins family. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Where are you from?
Elkhart, Indiana.
Okay, so I understand you had a very interesting journey to get here from Elkhart. Tell us about it.
Well, Brantley and I have collected postcards, and he's been infatuated with cars since he was a little guy, and we got an invite to come and to come to the auto show for the first time.
So Brantley is the car guy in this family?
Yes, and his Aunt Courtney.
And his Aunt Courtney. Okay, so since you all liked cars, and since Brantley likes supercars, I got a little surprise for you. Brantley, come with me. Come on inside here, son. Okay. Give my hand. Come on. We're going to go over, because I know this is your favorite car. This is the Rolls Royce. Brantley, you go ahead and get up inside of there. Now, Brantley is in a car that's got 536 horsepower, folks. This car is over $383,000. This car has a horsepower ratio of 569 horsepower. I mean, this car is pretty fast. You like fast cars?
Yeah.
Why do you like fast cars?
They're cool and they are super fast and nice.
And you enjoy it. Isn't this nice and luxurious?
Yes.
And is it the time of your life here? Are you having a good time?
Yes.
Outstanding. All right. So Brantley's having a wonderful time here. I'm having a wonderful time here. Folks, enjoy all the supercars up in here.
My first car was a 1983 Mercury Capri. It was so awesome. I named it Zach. I remember feeling like so cool in that car, except in the winter. I am very familiar with the term fishtailing because of that car. My dream car will always be a Corvette. When I received my meteorology certification, my gift to myself was my 1999 black C5 Corvette, and I still have it. I play Tom Petty, American Girl in that car, and oh my gosh, I feel like the coolest person on earth, despite the fact that my teenage daughters don't really think so.
I'm here at the Lexus display, and I'm checking out their all-new 2022 NX350. It is really nice, and I'm loving the red interior. You can check out everything automotive right here at the auto show. But did you know every Saturday there's a trio of guys who talk everything automotive on their show called Drive Chicago? It's on 890 AM.
All right, if you love cars, trucks, and SUVs, we talk about them on Drive Chicago. Joined by Drive Chicago General Manager Mark Bielek and Chicago Auto Show Marketing Director Jim O'Brill.
Drive Chicago Radio is a program for an automotive enthusiast or for someone who just wants to learn a little bit more about the automotive industry. It's available on WLS AM 890. We air every Saturday morning from 8 to 9 a.m.
We created this program for people like us, car fans, enthusiasts, that want to talk about cars and talk about their love of automobiles.
If you're a gearhead, we get into engine sizes and powertrains and tires and suspension and braking. If you're somebody just out looking for a car and you're shopping casually, we give you that too because we offer reviews on cars, trucks, and SUVs every week. So whatever you're looking for, we pretty much offer, and we try to entertain at the same time. It's got the frunk, the front trunk, which is kind of cool and unique.
And then we dive in deep to a review of a vehicle, and so we pick a different vehicle every week, and we give different perspectives, you know, whether it's Mark, Rob, or myself. We all weigh in. We all have different backgrounds to kind of talk about those vehicles and what's important to us.
We provide quality reviews from local automotive writers, people that are in Chicago that are automotive journalists and can relate to using that vehicle in Chicago.
We're also a great resource for prospective buyers in the market. Not only do we review the cars on the air and talk about everything that's going on in the industry, but our website, drivechicago.com, has all of the listings of vehicles available at dealers, which we know has not always been easy to find. Everything that our dealers have is there on our website.
And that's what makes this programming unique, is it's tailored to the city here, and it's got the companion with drivechicago.com.
Where can people go to find out more about the cars we cover on Drive Chicago every week?
You can obviously visit drivechicago.com for all the latest reviews. You can also give us a follow on our social channels, including YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram.
You know, I feel like I'm in the middle of the national parks, but there's a reason for that. One of the cars here that not only keeps the parks green, but our earth green, is the highly anticipated Solterra at Subaru. It is packed with new electric in-vehicle technology while staying true to its Subaru heritage with industry-leading safety and go-anywhere capability. Joining me today to talk more about the Solterra is Joe Schaffhauser, Chicago Zone Director. First, I got to ask you about that name, Solterra. How was that created?
I thought you were going to ask me about Schaffhauser. No, Solterra. Solterra is actually Latin for a combination of sun and earth. So it suits us perfectly for what our brand is and what we stand for as a brand. And the Solterra we're really excited about. Obviously, we're coming to the field with our first EV a little later than some of our competition, but it was an important part of our DNA that we had a car that came out that met what Subaru stood for. It was great for off-road capability and provided the safety that you mentioned that we have a high standard for.
Yeah, this is just so exciting to have a Subaru in the EV field, because that is just such a, I mean, I want to say it's a trend, but it is here to stay.
It is here to stay, and Subaru's got to be a big part of it, and it's going to be a big part of our future going forward.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that one's dog-friendly, too.
Dog tested, dog approved. That's who we stand for. That's right.
I know. We love it. We love it so much. Joe, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
A lot of things to talk about here at Subaru, and we will be checking in with it's some of the other things. Subaru enthusiasts love to be green. They also, that's why I said it, they love their dogs. And that holds true for one dealer in the western suburbs, catering to our four-legged companions.
The last thing you would think of is that a car dealership would have a dog park. It's something that is unique in a lot of ways.
Dogs at a car dealership? I've never heard of such a thing.
It's a big shock, but it is a pleasant shock.
And even the guests are like, what's a dog doing here? But with Subaru, it just makes sense.
Dogs are a big part of Subaru, and they are a big part of brilliant Subaru. You don't have regular dealerships that will do that. I actually had to go back to the shelter and get a few more dogs here because there were still people that wanted to adopt. We adopted 12 dogs in one day. It has evolved into something that we didn't know how popular it was going to be, but it is something that is now part of our DNA. It's in our culture now. One of the first things we learned when we became a Subaru retailer is how many people drive with their dogs, and Subaru estimates that about 30%. They brought this relationship to us with Anderson Shelter, and we took it and ran with it, and now we are adopting dogs every week.
Good girl. You want to be adopted.
We have treats, we have dog bowls, we have water, and we have our big-time dog park right outside the service department so that people can hang out and wait there, play with their dogs where their car is getting serviced.
The dogs here, they love it. They get off the leash and we just let them run. We take photos. I take videos. I post all over our social media platforms. We usually get the cutest ones, like, look at sweet Raina. We walk them on our showroom. We have them meet our guests. Most of the time, it seems to be like destiny, and it is. And most of these families come in here and see this puppy and want to bring them home.
So far, we have directly counted for 46 dogs being adopted since August.
And we also have this underdog program where we sponsor dogs on Anderson Humane's website that have like medical conditions or just have been there for too long and just need some more exposure. So within that program, we've had 7 dogs adopted.
So we're well over 50 dogs in a very short period of time, and these dogs go fast. It's something that's just not an initiative. It's something that we like to do because of how much joy and love these dogs bring to the business. It's enhanced our culture for the team members inside and for our customers that come in.
I am a big dog lover. It's changed my perspective on animals, just even giving these dogs a fun day, because a lot of them have had very hard lives. So just one fun day at Brilliant Subaru means the world to me.
It just brings love and joy that car dealerships we just don't experience. It's not about buying cars. It's about what are you doing in the community.
We want to keep this as long as we can. All these dogs deserve a home.
Cars are great, but puppies are cuter. I'm just going to tell you.
Oh my gosh, what a sweet story and a sweet looking dog. Raina, oh, adorable. And you know what? The dog you just saw, she was adopted shortly after her visit to Brilliance Subaru. How cool is that?
And look at this, Roz. I want to adopt one. We're in the puppy pen right now. There's a lot of A's going on here. We have like Archie, Albert, what else? Aiden. Ashley. I need one of these, Roz.
Take them all.
Take them all. That's it. I'm going. Let's go. We do want to remind you, you can come down. You can check out the puppies, and they have some different ones that are going to be here every single day, but you can't go home with them. We don't want to break your heart, but you can adopt them, okay? So you got to fill out the right paperwork. But
Right. And then it won't be very long. I mean, before or by the end of the auto show, you'll be able to get your dog, your puppy, and they are just, oh my God, heaven.
They're the biggest cuddlers.
Heaven. Look how cute these are.
I know. Look at this. I think I'm cuddling. Let's cuddle.
I know.
Let's cuddle, Roz.
All right,
let's cuddle.
Let's do it. Okay.
That's it.
Oh, God, they're so sweet.
I mean,
can't stand it.
These are the true stars of the auto show right here. I feel like it's Dasher and Dancer and Donner and Blitzen over here.
Ryan, when are you going to adopt one? What do I have to do to get you to take one of these home?
You don't understand. For 10 years on Windy City Live, I was so tempted, and now I think more than ever, Roz.
All right, we better go back to JR because it's getting dangerous here, guys. Too many dogs.
Amazing.
You know, we couldn't end the show without checking in with the incoming chairman of the Chicago Auto Show, Kevin Keefe. And Kevin, it's great to be back here at McCormick Place. What stands out to you regarding this show this year?
Well, the cars are the star this year. Everyone knows about the inventory shortage. There are hundreds of cars inside the best building in the world, in the McCormick Place. And you just can't go out right now and compare and do your shopping. You have to do it all online. Here, You get to shop and do all your due diligence right here, one place, and it's just the best place to do it.
Now, you see, that's the way that I think that you should do auto shopping. You need to come and touch the car, sit in the car, be in the car. Now, of course, we had the supercars, and we had the Toyota Tundra and the Jeeps and all that, with all those SUVs and everything. But what's your favorite car here at the show?
Well, the first vehicle I had to come see was the Hummer. It took a lot of energy to get this car here.
Now, that's the EV Hummer.
The EV Hummer. Okay. And so learning about electrification, I'm just like everybody else. I want to know more about it. And the Hummer is a great way to start. The Subaru Solterra is beautiful too. And I want to learn more, and I think that's going to be in future shows. What it's going to be all about is the learning of electrification. And it's just going to be a big part of our lives.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It is a pleasure to be back inside because, you know, the COVID thing has kept us away from McCormick Place. But this has been fantastic, and you guys have done a great job here at the Auto Show. Well, that's going to do it for us. Make sure you come out to the 2022 Chicago Auto Show. It runs through the 21st right here at McCormick Place. You can buy your tickets online at ChicagoAutoShow.com or in person at the box office. For Tracy Butler, Roz Varon, Val Warner, and Ryan Cheverini, I'm Jim Rose. Have a great night, everybody, and welcome and come into the 2022 Chicago Auto Show.
How many auto shows have I been to? Probably 50.
Probably been to 4 or 5.
We come every year. This is an annual tradition for us on his birthday.
I've probably been to about 20, being I'm from Detroit.
Yeah, it's actually my first one. I only came because he's my boyfriend, and we're spending Valentine's Day weekend here, but I'm fine with that.
Coolest thing? Yeah. The orange Corvette, right when you walk in.
I'm a big truck guy. I'm a big Ford truck guy.
The color, the way it feels, the way it drives.
Style. Now at this stage, we want comfort.
I like seeing the new tech, just seeing what's available or what's coming.
I like smaller, sporty cars with good gas mileage.
Power.
We have a Shelby GT350, so I'm all about high speed.
Well, I actually work for Ford Motor Company here in Chicago, and what actually appeals to me is the new Bronco. That new Bronco is just fantastic.
I want to go back and see the Toyota truck. It has like a camper over the top. I want to check that out because I'm really into that too.
Everything's going electric. We're not there yet. Probably will take a baby step and get a hybrid, my next car.
That's exciting. It's going to happen fast, and it's just nice to see how powerful they are.
I do like to hear the sound of the car. I like the roar. I like the Hemis.
Electric isn't the way, but, you know, it's the future.
I would never go electric.
I think it's good. I think once they get like the range and everything down where you can go really long trips, I think it's great. It's great. You get to see concepts. You get to see ideas.
All right, that was sweet.
Watch Cheryl Burton and Ellen Krzyzewski on Eyewitness News at 10.
When your home feels clean and happy,
the people inside are clean and happy too.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed, just $89.
You've heard the come-ons. Buy one, get one free. 50% off. We're King Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Our offer to you, expertise. Our technicians are certified by North American Technician Excellence. King enjoys a Better Business Bureau A+ rating, and our 5-star online reviews speak for themselves. Count on King to install and maintain your new Carrier Comfort System. For professional service, schedule your appointment at kingheating.com.
This winter, Comcast Business is helping Team USA and businesses across America stay ahead.
Keep yours ahead too, with reliable connectivity and secure solutions on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. And get access to over 20 million Wi-Fi hotspots from coast to coast. So no matter what big event comes up, your team can be ready for what's next.
Fast speeds and advanced security, together for $60 a month. Plus, ask how to get free installation and 1 month free with a qualifying bundle.
Dibs. It's a Chicago thing. See, the couch protects your spot 24/7. You know who else is there 24/7? United Auto Insurance. Call or click UAI.com for fast, free quotes, great rates, and low monthly payments. Save hundreds and get your ID card in minutes. With the money I saved, I was able to upgrade my couch to a hide-a-bed. How do you turn these street lights off?
United Auto Insurance.
We spent the last part of our official youth stuck inside, watering house plants. You have too many plants.
We're putting up a bar for women. Somewhere where you can watch The Bachelor with rosé on tap.
Rosé and Bachelor? Yes, to whatever that's for.
It's really simple.
That's how friends work. Even if it's hard, you trust each other and you show up. Wow, you look like a Bratz doll won a beauty pageant at Burning Man. Thank you.
It's really simple.
When your home feels clean and happy,
The people inside are clean and happy too.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed? Just $89.
The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC. Good evening. We've got the NBA's biggest stars on ABC tonight. There's LeBron James. He's averaging 29 points a game. That's his most in over a decade. He's on the floor tonight with Steph Curry. Steph and the Warriors, he leads the league in plus-minus by almost 100 points. The Lakers and the Warriors going head-to-head in San Francisco. Plus, reaction to the blockbuster trade that changed everything. The NBA on ABC now.
The blockbuster is done. James Harden is headed to the Philadelphia 76ers, and Ben Simmons is going to be in net.
I got the plan, I got the fan, I got the keys, I get the work. I am the man, you know what I'm saying, so leave it to me, because I get it first. Yeah.
I feel it should be the favorite to win.